Hi, I'm Siobhán and I'm here in Setu Yoga Studio in Galway. This is a gentle yoga practice that I'd like to share with you. Begin lying on your back. You can have your knees bent with your feet flat on the mat or legs outstretched. Rest your head on the back of the mat. Rest your hips, your shoulders. Turn your palms up towards the sky, opening out the shoulders. Let the whole back of your body rest onto the mat. Bring your awareness to your natural breath, not trying to control or change it, just noticing the natural inhale and exhale. Tuning into your own breath. Gently place your fingers on your belly and working a little more actively with the breath, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. As you inhale, notice the belly expanding, and as you exhale, emptying. Inhale, expanding, and exhale, emptying out. And continue with these conscious breaths at your own pace. Using this as an opportunity to ground yourself. As your mind wanders, just bring your attention back to your breath as you inhale and exhale. This is your opportunity to detach from the day so far and from any thoughts of what you need to do later. Allow yourself to be present. Release your hands down by your side as we begin to bring some movement. Inhaling, arms up overhead, fingertips reaching to the floor, and exhale, lowering your arms down by your side. Full inhale through the nose as you raise up, and a full exhale to rest your hands down by your side. Continuing a few more at your own pace. Inhaling and exhaling. Next time your arms rest down by your side, leave them there, bending your knees, placing your feet flat on the floor. Inhale, lifting your hips up away from the mat, and exhale, lowering your hips. Inhale, lifting, and exhale, lowering. Working with your breath, an inhale to raise up, and an exhale to lower down. Next time your hips reach the mat, press into your feet, and this time inhale, lifting both hips and arms up overhead. And releasing your arms down by your side, your hips to the mat. Inhale, lifting hips and arms. And exhale, releasing. And the last time, inhale, lifting. And exhale, releasing. Hug your knees in towards your chest, one hand on either knee, rocking gently from side to side, massaging out your back. Coming to the center, bring your knees together and your ankles together. Extend your arms to shoulder height in a T, palms facing up towards the ceiling. Inhale, and as you exhale, let your knees drop out to the left and turn your head to the right for a gentle twist. Inhaling your head and knees to center, and exhale, dropping both knees to the right, letting your head turn to the left, opposite direction of your knees for a gentle twist. And then turning your head to the right, bringing your left arm over and slowly making your way up to seated and coming onto hands and knees. Coming to all fours on your mat, fingertips pointing forward, hands shoulder distance apart, knees underneath your hips. Press into your hands, and as you inhale, curling the spine, looking up, and exhale. Inhaling, looking up, and exhale, rounding. Inhaling up, exhale, rounding. And the last time, inhale to look up. As you exhale, coming back to a neutral spine. Extend your right leg back, press into the ball of your foot, stretching into the hamstring. Draw your belly in a little. And then on the next inhale, lift your leg up away from the mat, point your toes away, flex your toes, point and flex. Inhaling. On the next exhale, extend your left arm out, so diagonal, stretch into your fingers, point your toes away. Inhale, lifting a little higher, and exhale, releasing your hand and your knee. Extend your left leg back, pressing into the ball of the foot. Weight even in both hands. Inhaling, and as you exhale, lifting the leg. Point your toes, flex your toes. Point your toes and flex your toes. Inhaling, and on the next exhale, extend your right arm out. Point the toes, stretch into the fingers. Inhale, lift a little higher. And exhale, lower your hand and your knee. Bring your toes together, knees wide. Inhaling, and as you exhale, sending your hips back towards your heels. Walk your fingers a little forward, coming up onto your fingertips, and release your forehead towards the mat. Coming into child's pose. And if your forehead doesn't meet the mat, walk your hands back, stack your hands, and rest your forehead. And staying here for a few breaths as you inhale into the back of your body, space between your shoulder blades, and exhaling, releasing. And making your way back towards the top of your mat on hands and knees. Checking your alignment again. Hands shoulder distance apart, fingertips facing forward, knees underneath your hips. Tuck into your toes, press into your hands, inhale through your nose And as you exhale, lifting your knees and stretching back into down dog. Maybe walk your feet a little further back, but keep a nice deep bend in your knees. You're aiming to straighten your arms and bend your knees. Release your head so you're looking back towards your feet. And then straighten your left leg, bend into your right. Straighten your right, bend into your left. And pedaling your feet in place, stretching out the legs. Straightening both legs, coming up onto your tippy toes, inhaling, and exhale, sending your heels towards the mat. Look at the space between your hands, inhaling, and as you exhale, walk up towards the top of your mat, coming into a forward fold. Soft bend in your knees, releasing your head. Straightening your legs a little, bring your hands to the front of your shins, inhaling, looking out, and exhale, folding forward. Hands to the shins, inhaling, looking out, and exhale, folding forward. Have a look to see that your feet are hip distance apart and parallel. Press into your feet, and as you inhale, bring your arms out to the side, up overhead, palms together, and exhale, releasing. Inhale your arms up overhead, and exhale your hands down by your side. Turn your palms forward, inhale your shoulders up, and exhale, rolling them back. As you inhale, come up onto your tippy toes, and exhale, dropping your heels. Inhale, lift all of your toes, and exhale, release the toes. Inhaling tippy toes, exhale down to your heels, inhale lifting your toes, and exhale releasing. Press your big toes into the mat, your little toes into the mat, and your heels. Feeling your feet really connecting and your legs strong. Inhale your arms up overhead, and as you exhale, softly bending the knees, folding forward. Bring your hands to your shins, looking out as you inhale, and exhale, folding. Inhaling up, and exhale, folding. Place your hands on the mat and step your right foot back. Drop the toes, drop the knee. Bring your hands either side of the front foot and release your back toes. Check that your knee and ankle are in line. You might want to walk the back leg back a little for a deeper stretch on the hip flexor. Inhale your arms up, bring your palms together, and exhale to your heart center. Inhaling, as you exhale, we're going to twist towards the bent knee, pressing your hands together, inhaling, and exhale back to center, hands either side of the foot, tuck your back toes, lift the knee and step back to down dog, exhaling. Look at the space between your hands, inhaling, and exhale, walk all the way up to the top of your mat, folding forward. Inhaling, arms up, and exhale, folding forward, placing your hands on the mat. Inhaling and step the left foot back, drop the toes, drop the knee. Hands either side of the front foot, checking knee and ankle are in line, and maybe walking the back foot back a little. Inhale your arms up, palms together, and exhaling to your heart. Inhaling, and as you exhale, twisting towards the knee. Take another breath here, inhaling, and then exhale back to center. Hands either side of the foot, tuck the toes, and bring the back foot up to meet the front, folding forward. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead, palms together, and exhaling to your heart. Inhale your arms up overhead, and exhale, folding forward. Hands to the mat. Step your right foot back, stretch it back, drop your toes and your heel, turning the toes in at an angle. Press into your front foot, coming up and extending your arms to shoulder height for warrior. Check that your knee and ankle are in line and your back toes turning in a little. Stretch into your fingers. Inhaling, exhale, going a little deeper into the lunge. Inhale your palms up and exhale, reaching back into proud warrior. Stretching into your fingers, letting your hand rest on your leg. Inhaling, and then exhale back into warrior. Straighten your front leg, extend beyond your toes, inhaling, and then exhale, hinging into triangle. Stretch into your top fingers and let your lower hand rest onto your leg wherever it meets. Pressing into your foot, bring your top hand to your hip, and inhale to come back up, exhaling into warrior. Inhaling, as you exhale, hands either side of the front foot and step back to down dog. Exhaling. Looking at the space between your hands, inhaling, and as you exhale, walking all the way up to the top of your mat into a forward fold. Inhale your arms out to the side, up overhead, and exhale, folding forward again, hands to the mat, stepping your left foot back, stretching it back, drop your toes and your heel, coming up for warrior two, extending your arms to shoulder height, checking that your knee and ankle are stacked, and maybe walking the back foot back a little. Inhaling, exhale, extending into your fingers. Inhale, open your palms up towards the sky, and exhale, reaching back into proud warrior. Resting your hand on your leg and extending up into the top arm. Inhaling and exhale back into warrior. Straighten the leg as you inhale, reaching beyond your toes, and exhale for triangle on the other side. Stretch into the top fingers and let your hand rest on your leg. Take another inhale. As you exhale, bring your hand to your hip and both hands to either side of the foot, stepping back to down dog, pedaling your feet in place, and then releasing your knees to the mat. Bring your big toes together, knees wide, resting back in child's pose. Stacking your hands to support your head and tuning into your breath. Inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your nose. And then to come out, bringing your hands back towards the top of the mat, lining up your knees, feet and knees parallel. Tuck into your toes, press into your hands, inhaling and exhale back into down dog. Looking at the space between your hands and then looking back towards your feet, inhaling. On your next inhale, lift your right leg up, stretching it back, and then bending the knee, letting the knee rest beside the right wrist. Bring your back leg to the center of the mat, stretching it back, release the toes. Bring your hands either side of the knee for pigeon pose. You can stay here. This is a nice gentle back bend and a hip opener, or you can go a little deeper, inhaling and then exhaling, walking your hands forward, stacking your hands and releasing your forehead. Using your breath to help you settle into pigeon pose. And come out, pressing into your hands. Bring your hands either side of the knee, tuck into the toes, and stretching back, lifting the right leg, and then place it back down. Inhale your left leg up, bend into the knee, sweeping it forward, letting the knee rest beside the left wrist, extending the back leg back. Release the toes, coming up onto your fingertips either side of the knee. Again, making your choice to stay here. Inhaling, exhaling, or going a little deeper. Inhaling and exhale, walking your hands forward and releasing your forehead. Inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your nose. Just noticing if one side feels different to the other. And getting ready to come out, bring your hands back either side of the knee, press into your hands, tuck the back toes, and stretching back to down dog. Take a couple of breaths here in down dog, inhaling, lifting your hips, and exhale, releasing your heels towards the mat. Pressing down through all of the pads of your fingers and your thumb, straightening your arms. Looking at the space between your hands, inhaling and exhale, walking up towards the top of your mat, coming into a forward fold, soft bend in your knees. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead, palms together, and exhale to your heart center. And release your hands down by your side, getting ready for tree pose. Standing with your feet together, drawing your knees together, rolling your shoulders up and back, and bring your hands to your hips. Weight down through your left foot and come up onto your right toes. Turning from the hip, the knees, the toes, out to the side, working to square your hips to the center. You can bring your foot to your shin, and this could be plenty. Or for the next stage, placing your foot onto your thigh, really pressing down into the standing leg and bringing your hands together in front of your heart center. Inhale your arms up overhead and extending out to the side, letting your eyes look up a little, pressing your index finger and thumb together and breathing. And bringing your hands together, exhaling to your heart center. Bring your foot forward, rolling out your ankle in either direction, and then release down by your side. Hands to your hips, weighting down through your right foot and coming up onto the left toes. Turning the toes out to the side and bringing your hips more squared to the center. Starting off, bringing your foot to your shin, and then to your thigh. Hands together and inhaling your arms up, letting your eyes lift a little, and exhaling, opening your arms out, index finger and thumb pressing together. Pressing foot into the floor, foot against leg, leg against foot. And breathing. Inhaling your hands back to center, exhaling. Bring your knee forward, roll out the ankle one way and then the other, and releasing down. Shake out your hands and your legs. And make your way back to the top of your mat. Feet hip distance apart. Inhaling, arms up. And exhale, folding forward. Inhale, hands onto the shins, looking out. And exhale, folding. Hands onto the mat, step your right foot back and your left foot back. Exhaling into a nice long downward facing dog. Inhaling. And as you exhale, releasing your knees. Bring your knees together, feet together, sitting back onto your hips, and then sitting out to the left and swinging your legs forward. Bring your feet towards the top of the mat, sitting up tall, hands either side of your hips. Drawing your toes back towards you, stretching out the backs of your legs, and then bending your legs slightly. Inhaling, sitting up tall, and as you exhale, hinging forward from the hips, letting your belly rest onto your thighs. Keep your eyes looking forward, beginning to straighten your legs, and then releasing your head, coming into a nice deep forward fold. Inhaling, walking your hands back, coming back up. Hug your right knee in towards your chest, sitting up tall. Cross your foot over to the left leg and extend your left arm, wrap it around the knee. Extend your right arm, turn your thumb down, sweep it out to the side, resting onto your fingertips. Sitting up tall. Inhaling, and as you exhale, twisting from the belly, looking over your right shoulder. Inhaling, as you exhale, going a little deeper into the twist. Keeping the toes on the outstretched leg active, drawing the toes back, inhaling, and then to come out, exhale, turning your head, your shoulders, your belly, bringing both hands over to the left for a little counter twist, and back to the center, bringing your leg back down. Bring your left leg in, hug it in, sitting up tall. Cross the foot over to the outside of your right leg. Extend your right arm and wrap it around the knee. Extend your left arm, turn the thumb and reach it behind you, pressing into your fingertips to sit up tall. Keeping the toes on the outstretched leg active, drawing the toes back. Inhaling, sitting up tall, and as you exhale, twisting from the belly, the shoulders, and the head to look over your left shoulder. As you inhale, sit up a little taller, and exhale, go a little deeper into the twist. Inhaling, sitting up tall, and exhale, undoing the spiral, turning your eyes, your shoulders, your belly, and all the way over, releasing both hands to the right hand side for a counter twist. And then extending both legs out, give your legs a little straight, give your legs a little shake. And come to lie on your back with your feet flat on the mat. Feet and knees are hip distance apart. Press your hands down into the mat, back of your head onto the mat. Getting ready for bridge pose. Press into your feet, your hands, the back of your head, and inhale, lift your hips up away from the mat. Keep the lift as you exhale, and inhale, lift a little higher, and exhale, releasing fully. Hug your knees in towards your chest, rocking gently from side to side. Place your feet down, keeping your feet and knees hip distance apart, extending your arms to shoulder height with your palms facing up, and just gently dropping your knees to the left and to the right. Turning your head in the opposite direction of your knees as you go, and moving really slowly. We're beginning to slow down the breath, slow down the movement as we get ready for relaxation. So let the movement gently wind down until you come back to center. Hug your knees in, bring your forehead up towards your knees, squeezing into a little ball, inhaling, and as you exhale, lengthening your legs out along the mat, your arms down by your side, so your feet wider than hip distance apart, feet resting out to the side, arms not in contact with your body. And if you have a blanket, just gently place the blanket over yourself. Without moving too much. And let your breath soften, returning to your natural breath without trying to control it. Letting the whole back of your body be supported by the earth. Gently tucking your chin towards your chest. Dropping your shoulders away from your ears. Allowing your arms to rest. Your hands. Shoulders melting. Allowing your hips to be heavy. Backs of your knees. Your heels. Your toes. Soften the space between your eyebrows. Let your eyes rest in their sockets. Release your jaw. Let your tongue rest away from the roof of your mouth. The whole front of your body comfortable and warm. Allow your mind to be quiet. As thoughts pop up, just let them pass by. And allow yourself to relax for a few moments in Shavasana. Until I bring you back to seated. Beginning to deepen your breathing, drawing the breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Gently moving your fingers and your toes, your wrists and your ankles. Extending your arms up overhead, stretching into your fingers, pointing your toes away, lengthening out, moving. And then hugging your knees in towards your chest. Keep your eyes lightly closed for another moment, rocking gently from side to side. And then releasing over to the right, dropping your knees, turning your head, bringing both hands over, using your hands as a pillow to support your head. And slowly making your way back to seated, pressing into your hands, coming to sit on your mat. You can sit with your legs crossed or outstretched and rest your hands, palms facing down, coming back to your breath. Inhale your arms up overhead, palms together, and exhaling to your heart center. Thank you. Namaste.